How does that go? Ding dong, the wicked witch is dead. But the spirit of her story is alive and well. Wicked, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to talk about it. Let's go. What's going on, everyone? Klep here from wearecritics.com, and today we're here to talk about, breakdown, and review Jon M's motion picture adaptation based on the popular play which spawned from a 1995 book written by Gregory Maguire. Wicked. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Starring Cynthia Erivo, Ariana Grande, Jeff Goldblum, Michelle Yeoh, and there's a little bit of voice acting action from Peter Dinklage, and many others are involved in this as well. But before I talk about what I thought about Wicked, let's break down a little bit about what is going on and what this is. Based on the popular play, ladies and gentlemen, from 2003, I had the opportunity to see this play a few years ago. Shout out to an ex-girlfriend with a little bit of taste who dragged me to see this thing. It was one of her favorite plays, and I am familiar, as a lot of us, of the Wizard of Oz storyline. So I knew a little bit about what Wicked was until I saw the play. And I have to say, ladies and gentlemen, that play absolutely blew me away. It gives you a story that you didn't know you really needed. In reference to the origin of the witches, the Good Witch and the Wicked Witch of the West, in the whole lore of the Wizard of Oz. And when I heard they were doing a movie, a part of me was a little excited. And I know a lot of people were kind of like, they're going to ruin it. They're going to ruin it. This is true. They could ruin it. They probably did ruin it for a lot of you. But I want to give you my basis, my reaction, my opinion of what I experienced when I saw this movie. Coming off as someone who is very familiar with the play and quite enjoyed the play a lot. Now, again, before I get into what I thought, let's talk about what's going on in this film for those newbies who probably don't know what's going on. Now, this is a rewind origin story of the Wicked Witch herself, Elphaba. I didn't know if that character had a name during, the Wizard of Oz storyline. This could have been something that came about in the book. I didn't read the book, but I never knew that the Wicked Witch had a name. But her name is Elphaba in this film. She has a sister that's going to a school, Shiz University, which is somewhere near the Emerald City in Oz. And while she's there, she is blessed with the opportunity to also join her at this school. Now, in the school, she's faced with a lot of, issues, problems, bullying, all kinds of stuff because of the color of her skin. Now, you guys can already see that there's probably some type of social commentary going on in this film. And I just want to say up front to all you people who are going to try to attack this thing for its wokeness or whatever that may be, anyone that knows the story of Wicked already knows the social commentary that takes place in this film, so you are not digging up anything that is brand new about what's going on in this story, in this film. Cry Me a River. It is what it is. That is the story that you get in Wicked off rip anyhow. It is about differences and being different and acceptance and fitting in. It is about smoking mirrors and compliance and having your voice being heard. There's a lot of that going on in this storyline. And again, it is about Elphaba being thrusted into this new world. She's never been in a social atmosphere like this with people, her peers, or anyone that accepted her whatsoever because of her green skin and her special abilities that she finds out that she has along the way. Now, what did I think about Wicked, the movie? Listen, it is no question. A lot of you may have seen my out of the theater reaction. I could hardly contain myself. But I will say this, ladies and gentlemen. Bring all your money to the theater. Bring it all. Bring every single dollar to the movie theaters. And not only a movie theater, please see this movie on the biggest screen you can possibly find. Preferably IMAX. Please see Wicked immediately when it drops. This movie is so damn good. I don't think I've walked out of a movie and felt this great about a movie since, say, like Avengers Endgame, Avengers Infinity War. I'm talking epic movie, like blockbuster movie. Like, I have not walked out of a theater trembling or shaking with excitement to talk about it in a very, very long time. Now, I will say this movie is a musical, ladies and gentlemen. And I know a lot of people might not be into musicals, or they don't like the aspect of story being told through song. But if you're, like I said, it works well for those who are very familiar with the play. If you are connected emotionally with the characters and the play and the songs, and you know all that stuff, you're in for a treat. You are in for a very, very, very fun ride. Now, I've seen people who are a little resistant to the film only because they weren't familiar with the source material. A lot of them were just like, I thought it was good. They think it's good. They liked it, but they didn't have that emotional connection with, the characters and what was going on. They didn't quite grasp it. So that's the only experience that I can give you, is that mine, being someone that's seen the play, immediately I fall into this thing and I'm in an awe. And there are just scenes in this thing that are done better than what you got on stage. Specifically between Elphaba and Glinda's characters, their relationship is told very well in this, in good and bad ways, like very visceral, very, I don't know, just something about it that you grasp a lot more watching it on screen than what you get when you see it on the stage. And on stage, it's great, it's beautiful. There's a lot of things going on, but watching it in this film, you really get up close. The story is being told in this frame, and you get a lot of that, and you get to see it up close and very personal. Let's talk a little about the casting, because I think the casting is a lot of what makes this film work so much. Shout out to whoever casted this. You deserve a raise. You deserve all the movies. You need to do every movie, because the casting in this, first of all, I didn't realize I needed to hear Michelle Yeoh sing. I need that more. I need that a lot. It's just pleasant. It just feels great. It feels good in this movie. Jeff Goldblum is Jeff Goldblum. What more can I say? He's the wizard, ladies and gentlemen. That's all you need to know. Jeff Goldblum is the wizard, which kind of reminded me a lot about his character in Thor Ragnarok. Like, he kind of felt like a little bit of the same character, but a little cooler, for a little bit in this film. Let's talk about the main cast. Cynthia Erivo, who in the beginning was getting a lot of flack because she was, expressing her feelings and passion for this project. And yeah, I gotta say, like, at the end of it all, when you watch the movie, you don't really think much about what the media was talking about and all that stuff. It might be in the back of your head, but yeah, for the most part, she is Elphaba, and you'll see why in this film. It just brilliant casting. Ariana Grande, ladies and gentlemen, has not been this good since she played Cat on Sam and Cat, and I mean that in the best possible way, as in committing to someone who is just so adorably ignorant, as the good witch. She's not that good, ladies and gentlemen. Like, there's so much to unpack and so much to learn about the Glinda character that my bad, Galinda, for those of you who know what that means. Like, once you get to know the character and stuff like that, there's just a lot of layers and just so much to unpack and peel away on the characters in the social commentary and the story being told. But at the end, for me, at its core, this movie is really about like a friendship between two people who don't quite understand how important it is for them to be allies to one another, in this world, which is very relatable to what's going on with all of us. Like, we just don't understand how important, again, I'm going to say how important it is for so many of us who are different to be allies to one another. Hear that, because that's exactly what this movie is, ladies and gentlemen, and more. Now, I will tell you this. For those of you who have seen the play, you understand that there is a break in the play, right? There's a break. Keep that in mind when you see this. For those of you who know, very, very epic conclusion. but so much more to look forward for. And in closing, ladies and gentlemen, because I don't want to run on long, what I'm going to say is that this movie is in fact so damn good to me, so good that I am quite ready for them to remake The Wizard of Oz with this cast, starting in this prequel, finishing off the second act of the play, and then going right into the remake to The Wizard of Oz. That's how good it is to me. Say what you want. I know a lot of people are like, don't touch it, but I'm telling you right now, it's that damn good that I trust that they could do that. They could continue the story from its prequel and give us that Wizard of Oz remake that we really probably deserve right now. That's all I'm going to say, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know how excited you are to see Wicked, because I know a lot of you are. Like, comment, share. Make sure you subscribe. Let me know when you see this movie, what you think in the comments below. And again, for more movie news, television news, and pop culture, check out wearecritics.com. See you in theaters November 22nd. And I will talk to you all later. Peace.